Hey there folks, rinimt here, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood. In the last part, we did Orbone Monastery, and now let us speak to Genomus. So sorry, Ramza. Alma, I convinced myself my research was the most important thing in my life. All the while you two were standing before me. Can you find it in your hearts to forgive your father? It's alright. We're still here, are we not? And we triumphed. We proved your theory true. Ivalice existed. Ramza existed. And the Oranger, I was not a heretic, but a hero. Now all that remains is to tell the world. No, my son, we needn't burden ourselves further. But Father, we can't allow our ancestors' name to remain. And we will not, yet simply not in the manner you think. I shall be adding a final act to Zodiac Brave storytelling of how Ramza, the forgotten hero, and his chronicle Oranger Eye smote the Angel of Blood and saved Ivalice from an age of darkness. For quietly embarking on the final journey would take them far beyond the horizon. Of course, I shall not leave out those nameless heroes who fought alongside Ramza, without whom the young noble would have surely perished. Is that what you truly want, Father? For the story to end? It will only end on the stage, my dear, and live on in the hearts of the crowd. King Zeladan Oran envisioned the Virgo as a beacon which would lead further generations to the truth about the founding of their kingdom. They were right, and just as the pendants guided us, now we shall guide the masses through our play. And now you see, my son. I'd offer you my thanks again, Arya, but thanks are not nearly enough to express the gratitude for all of you have given us. Perhaps after I complete the Zodiac Brave story, I shall pen a tale about the legendary warrior of light and her adventure across the 3 great continents. You don't have your work cut out for you, my friend. Arya has enough battles in her belt to fill at least 3 tomes, if not 4. Would you stop doing that, Sid? And her tale's far from over, isn't it? Alright, this is our final dress rehearsal for the night. Make it count. Positions, everyone! Yes, Principal. Lights! Music! There will be no more mistakes from you two, am I clear? Another crystal clear, Kubo! They're gonna perform the new final act! Begin. Whatever will we do? The church is branded as heretics. No home awaits us in Ivalice. We shall embark on a journey together. Together? Together! The crystal's call has been answered and evil vanquished from the land. We are now free to soar like the griffin. Free? But how? I cast off our noble names and forging a new path. One not bound by fate. And on that path we shall meet new friends, make a new family. And unto them we shall entrust the true tale of our deeds, that they may carry on their legacy for all eternity. Sword in hand, the warrior clutches stone to breast. In sword etched his fading memories. In stone he tempered his skill. By sword attested, by stone revealed. Their tale can now be told. Bravo! Bravo! You both were wonderful! I'm inclined to agree with Lady Murola's sentiments, but there is always room for improvements. Back to your positions, everyone, again from the top. Again, I've had enough of this. I was promised a starring role, Kubo. Is it in my contract? Oh, hush, brother. Before Genomos has us back to polishing boot buckles again. Meanwhile, in the clockwork city of Gaug. Well... Sir, further research will be required to reach a positive conclusion, but preliminary tests show that the technology utilized here bears striking similarities to our own. Excellent. Let the Eorzeans play with their baubles. True power lies within these very walls. It appears our ancestors were as cunning as they were ruthless. A weapon powerful enough to carve a gateway into the land's very core. His radiance will be eager to test this Tartarus. Wouldn't you all agree? Well, that's an ominous end to a series of Ivalice raids. Gotta say, that's an ominous end. Well, wasn't that an adventure, Arya? It is sad to think we must soon part ways, what with all we've been through these past few moons. Satisfied with the city's unwillingness to turn him over to the Guardians, Genomos has decided to purchase a permanent berth above Kugane for the Prima Vista. These are received positions from hundreds of gate-going Gaiden to join the company. And then there is the matter of my assignment. You'll be delighted to learn that I am almost finished. What? How do you expect one to write an expose when off battling forces of evil from beyond the void? Don't you worry though. I have 3 more weeks and I'll have a draft. Alright, and outline. Until then, I'll stay here in Kugane a while longer. At the rate Raven's expense, of course. Farewell. And yeah, that's that. That is that for Ravenaster. I remember that being longer, but okay. I guess we will go ahead and start the next part of Eureka. Because all we have left this part is Eureka and Hildebrand. And I kind of want to just go into Eureka and get that done before I get done with that. I bet sure you could have come at a better time. The preparations for restoring the world are in place. I'm pleased to report with all practice efficiency. We established the base camp on practically the doorstep of the students' headquarters. Now, in keeping with tradition, the region in which the camp lies has been given the name Hydatos, a reference to its watery disposition. God's willing, this will be the last corner of the island that the expedition will need to protect them. But without further ado, let me know when you are ready to head over. Mistress Crow is very keen to resume her efforts with your help. Now with access to Eureka Hydatos like Animals, Pogus, and Pyrus, Hydatos can be explored in parts of up to 8 players or solo. If you embark on your journey to Hydatos, speak with Rodney at Pier No. 1 in Kugane. Please be advised that level sync, blah 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 blah. So welcome to Hydatos. Let's go ahead and attune to this first etherite. Pull up the map here. Alright, so now I have access, and let's speak with Miss Cryle. Ever a sight for sore eyes, Arya. By now it's no secret, but we can't, well, continue our work without you. As always, let's begin by taking stock of the situation. Through our previous investigation, we learned that the Bounders had sealed away the Primal Eureka on this island. However, Eureka then came along and, acting on Eureka's behalf, sabotaged the proto-etherite, what may be considered the beating heart of the ward, on account of which the ward has ceased to function. For our blessing, we discovered the way to restore it by infusing magicite with copious amounts of ether to create a new focal point. It took considerable time and effort, but the preparations are now ready. All that remains is to reach the Primal and seal it away once more. In order to do that, as per our original objective, we must gain entry to the students' headquarters. However, this has been rendered complicated owing to a number of factors. Aside from lying beyond impassable terrain, the structure is protected by a ward of its own. Did you ever doubt it? Ordinarily, members of the students are able to teleport inside, but the high concentration of ether we measure that makes doing so extremely dangerous. We must ascertain the conditions first, or we risk not emerging from the live stream. So I have my mind to enter via the back door, as it were. Yet this method of ingress, too, isn't without its problems, but it's better to explain it out in the field. And that's where we stand. Now, before we set out, there's one last matter I'd like to attend to. You see, I had tasked the expedition scholar with researching legends pertaining to Eureka. Well, let's call it a hunch, but I thought that a hint might be scrounged from amongst the tales. But come, let us see what the good scholar has dug up for us. Greetings, Mistress Cryle, Mistress Arya. May I assume you have come about the legends? See, we have! Did your efforts bear fruit? They did, I'm pleased to say. First of all, it must be known that there are several legends describing the Forbidden Land, Eureka. Despite their many divergences, however, all are united in one detail, that Eureka was a repository of transcendent weapons hidden beneath the Crystal Tower. Combining this fact with your account of Eureka's avatar forging a blade for Master Ajika, I am led to conclude that the Primals possess the ability to create weapons. Weapons forged by a Primal, put in the hands of mortals, what could possibly go wrong? In her vigilance, Mistress Arya heard the words, "Exposure places the bearer's very soul at hazard," did she not? I take that to mean that those who wield such weapons are at risk of becoming a Primal's vessel. This calls to mind Urianje's report on the dark divinity Odin and the swords and Tetsuken. That Primal was not the rider, but the weapon. Odin is said to have appeared during the age of the Allegan Empire. It may well be that Tetsuken was forged by Eureka. Recognizing the danger, the Allegan sealed Eureka's weapons beneath the Crystal Tower, and this gave rise to the myriad legends of a forbidden land. Curious though, assuming Eureka was born of prayers, one would expect a deity like the likes of Barong to manifest a brawny smithy working the forge. Yet what we have is a Primal possessed of an autonomous avatar which goes around promising power and glory. Not the kind of entity that would arise from homespun legends. No, it feels all too purposeful, calculated. But such musings are for another time. I have some things to prepare in order to make use of the aforementioned back door. Meantime, would you go and pay Gerald a visit? I understand he's devised yet more ways to ease your labors. Come and find me when you're done speaking with him. A moment, Mistress Arya. There is one more matter I wish to speak with you about. Some members of the students believe trapped inside the headquarters. We've been speaking of rescue, but based on what we know, that may be an overly optimistic view. The concentration of ether we've mentioned inside the tower is, to be blunt, not conducive to life. Certainly not over long periods, and all this time there's been no observable movements from within. Of course, the students are knowledgeable and skilled folk, then they may have found some way to survive. Even as we cling to this hope, we should prepare ourselves for the worst. Forgive me for bothering you with gloomy talk. I won't keep you any longer. Pray, go and seek out Master Gerald. Like, did the NM already spawn, the first one? My gosh, my loading in Hydatos is giving me cause for concern here. No, it didn't spawn. Okay. Everything's sorted out with Cryle. Good, good. As before, I've got a bunch of things to catch you up on. Prick your ears up and listen. First, regarding the Logos Manipulator, we've improved the vials we use to store transubstantiated NEMs, meaning you can carry more than of the staff. The Expedition Alchemist can tell you more all about it. Next to your Magia board, if you was already impressed with 6 pieces of Magicite, rejoice! We can now augment the thing to hold 7 stones. If you talk to the Expedition Engineer, he'll fix you up right-wise. And last but not least, me favorite topic. No, not me goddamn debts, you cheeky bloody sod. Weapons! I found a way to make your weapons even stronger. If this tickles your fancy, just let me know. And while you're here, Drake, give your arse over here and tell the woman about the logograms. I'm pleased to inform you that we have discovered new varieties of logograms here in Hydatos. Certain combinations of these may yield heretofore unseen NEMs, and I encourage you to experiment with the logograms you come upon. So this is looking to be the final stage of the expedition. This is looking to be the final stage of the expedition. I've stuck with you all this way, so don't go disappointing me now. I see the job finished. From myself as well, madam, I wish you the best of luck in your endeavors here. Trying to get the Right, everything that one needed saying's been said. If you want to know about weapon enhancement, we can talk now. Otherwise, you can piss that off back to Cryle. Upon requiring 56 or more unique entries into your logo's action log. Speak with Drake and acquire new items. Please be advised these items will only become available after you have gained access to Eureka armor offered by the Expedition Artisan in North Plains. So yes, they aren't actually required for the relic. So, shoot. Alright, yeah, them just popped, so we're gonna have to forego logo for now. And let us try and get over there, hopefully. Thankfully, because I am already 51, I can attune the Aetherite down there. I just have to get down there. So Hydatos is actually pretty open. It's pretty... I mean, there are like hills and whatever, but it's generally pretty open. So... just have to avoid the bad on the way to our target here. The west side is your lower side, the right side is the plus over 60 side. So the scarier side. Avoid the corals here. We're way to try and get around this thing. Here's bunnies. There's only one bunnies in Hydatos. This is it. It does cover the entire map, so yes, you can get sent chucked to the east and it sucks. I'm just hoping that this thing doesn't get pulled before I get there. That would suck. We might make it. We might make it here. Just have to somehow get around here. So let's use our Zalmets. These are an FF11 enemy, actually. Oh my gosh. Please save me! How did I not aggro, well, anything there? I guess I'll be on this side. I want to say Zalmets are site aggro. I don't remember. I think they were site in FF11 too. So, yeah. So this is Khalamari. Khalamari does spawn off these Zalmets. Level 55, level 50. Y'all know the drill by now. Alright. Khalamari. So Khalamari does come with a bunch of these para larvas. Let's go ahead and avoid the Larga 3. So it's gonna be very, very water-based. I was expecting something named Khalamari. Alright. Mental Drill is gonna do ow, pain, and suffering. Water go 3. And it's gonna pull out these bubbles. These bubbles will chase after people and burst if they touch. It's not really chase, they just kind of go in the line, don't they? Another mental drill. I'm gonna avoid here. This is not the best spot for fighting Khalamari, but hey. Oh gosh. We got sucked in. So this is what happens when you get sucked into a bubble. I'm now in a watery grave. I'm unable to execute any actions. I am now just stun locked because, of course, I am. Yay. And, by the way, Crystal Drop Raid suck in Hydatos. Yeah. Yeah, that's what y'all wanted to know. So anyways, let's continue our road down here. Luckily we only need 350. Yeah, it's pain and suffering. It's safer by that rather than those over there. Let's make our way over here since, like I said, I'm 51, so I can just attune to this right away. And yes, that was 11 million experience. So let's head back to Central Point and speak with Kryl again. Alright. Hi, Kryl. Everything started with the drill. Excellent. Let's set out at once. Is that what I'd like to say? But I'm afraid I need more time to complete my tasks. Rather than standing idly at camp, Though only I suggest you clean yourself with the area outside. I should be able to complete my task meanwhile. So yep, our next one's at 51, which of course we're already there, so let's go ahead and just do it. Apologies for the wait. We now have everything we need to make use of the back door. To be sure, there's still a couple things that require doing out there. First, let's head to the central columns. So south of here at the bow of River Source. I'll explain everything once we arrive. Oh, and I should mention that from this point on, I'll be delegating the bulk of my duties to the good scholar. If you ever want for guidance, she's the first person you should seek out. Without further ado, then. Cool weather change. Now I get to explain the weather change, and we're like still 51. So thankfully it's marked on the map here. So the weather changes because of this little guy down here. This is called UFO. I don't want to believe. So UFO spawns when the game designates there's enough people to do the big high-end raid within here. It's level 60, of course, and it is a pain in the butt. It spawns separately. It doesn't. It literally just spawns based off of people in the instance. To do it, you pretty much need someone with the Dispel logos. So, because it puts up a self buff that makes it hit very, 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 very hard. We're gonna sneak up on here. There's that. Go around this way. Still have a quest back there, don't I? I do. Let's avoid these cockerels and head up here. I know how to get around a lot of this place very well, thanks to bunnies. I've done bunnies a lot here. Once again, a reminder of the Sile's dangers, and how much of a boon you are to our efforts. Without the lessons of your field investigations to draw upon, I don't think I would have made it here in one piece. So the back door. It's an ether bridge that conveys you to the tower's entrance, built for those who lack the ability to teleport. It's usable only by those with special permission, and right now it's not usable at all due to the obstruction of wind and life stream. In order to restore operation, we must repair the 3 sets of columns of the ether bridge. That requires that we seek out spots of cold ether. And deploy these regulators to restore the flow. I would be grateful if you could assist with the task. According to our readings of the nearby area, the ether pool has pooled in 2 locations along the river source, one in the north and another in the south. We'll search in the north. If you do likewise in the south, you should have luck looking east of the ether bridge foundation. Good thing I have that Hydatos map up, huh? Oh boy, we're gonna get to see UFO too. So now it's not actually called UFO. It's actually a nickname that has carried over from FF11 because of the type of enemy it is. So we need to head down this way. I'm not gonna play with UFO because again it's level 60 and I'm just gonna die horribly. So I have no interest. Let's at least see if we can see it. So we need to go down there. Buddy. It's literally not popping up on my screen. There you are. So that's UFO. What's it actually called? I don't want to get too close. Oh, it's called Ovni. That's what it's called. It's called Ovni. Literally just look at my map. Ovni, not Omni. Ovni. Yeah, so it's called Ovni. Level 60. I'm not gonna play with it. Somewhere around here. I thought. Oh. A little bit. To the east. Sorry, I hit the I hit the right buttons on the wrong window. We're all good. Didn't rework anything else, did I? No, I didn't. You deploy the regular at the spot of cold ether. It appears to have immediate effect. Yeah, my hands are off me there. And there's bunnies right there. Anyways, let's head back to Cryle. Greetings. I presume you found and rectified the pooled ether? Excellent. With some minor adjustments, these columns will be in good order again. This may take a little time though, so sit tight for now, or go inside the local wildlife if you prefer. I'd certainly welcome fewer of them snapping at my heels. Alright, so next quest is at 54, and Cryle is just gonna chill down here until that point. So, yeah, people doing bunnies. Yeah, I guess that's it for this very second, and we're just gonna do cut in and out between items. Yay! Oh wait, no, hold on. Do actually need to go back to the camp, so There's bunnies. So the thing about these bunnies actually is if you're in the range of them, they will buff you. I almost had that thing beat, I bet, but if I run up to these bunnies, they'll be like, here's an attack buff! Hello! Yeah. So when you're first doing it, you can kind of like sit by those bunnies and get that buff. Obviously it only lasts like 30 seconds, so you can't really get it and then wander off to something else. But, I mean, hey, that is a little thing about the bunnies in Hydatos. The other thing about Hydatos is there is no experience boost like there was in the first 3 areas, since this is the final area. That was just there to aid in getting to Hydatos, pretty much. So, let's head back to the start. To Gerald. You know, looking back, we've come a long way, and the talk around camp's true. Here's where the journey ends. Bah, listen to me trying to wax poetic. Feels like hot turds tumbling out of me bloody mouth. Let's get on with today. So, last time we strengthened the weapon by infusing with NEMs, stuffed it near to bursting with the power of memories. Well, there's no room left for more NEMs. We can fortify what's already there, and that's precisely what we're going to do, using ether from crystals and the like. Word of warning though, once we get started on the weapon, you won't be able to improve it with the NEM workstation. That's until we finish augmenting it at any rate. Just bear that in mind. And that's a long and short of it. Off you go, then get me the materials we need, and I'll get to work. Once you begin enhancing a Pyros weapon, you'll be temporarily unable to imbue it with additional properties. Imbuing will become available again once the weapon has undergone all available upgrades in Hydatos. Oh my goodness, another one? Oh, there she is. What have you got for me this time? Power Snuggles. You're short 45 Hydatos crystals by the look of it. Why are you having us learn about? No. Okay, it's bugging me that you still have the marker above your head, but you don't on the map. It's very confusing. Lots of praise. So I actually have a ton. I actually farmed some. Mainly so I can get some more Martialists, because I need more Martialists. That looks like our next NM just popped, actually. So try and check here. Yeah, it just popped. So, don't think I'll have enough time here. Ooh, I got some skirmishers. Nice. That's gonna make it easier to actually get my skirmisher. Let's get these ones. And these ones. So yeah, the thing with the fact that there's now more available does make it easier to actually hit that initial 50 to get that gear in. Pyros. But replace that one. Activate it. Alright, let's head to the next NM, which conveniently spawned right before I was gonna finish. Good thing I was futzing around with logos first, I guess. Yeah. So let's just head to the west here. Probably gonna get aggro from some sort of thing. Maybe? They're all gonna just be turned perfectly, so I can just walk right through. That's cool. That's cool. And which one is this? 51. Cool. Oh, they're trying to rush the poll because of course they are. I mean, yes, they aren't. It's been up for 5 minutes, but I gotta get here. Arrgh. Anyways, this is Stegodon! Stegodon is gonna do these touch charges to rush across the arena, like so. We don't want to be in a path, otherwise we get, well, stomped. Siphon is a frontal conal, I believe. And draw in, then knock back, which is gonna apparently just basically be death. Apparently the person who was decided to be very impatient is now dead as well, so cool. Out of this rear. Yeah, that's really the basics of Stegodon. Yes, we should probably talk actually spawning. It spawns off these Hydatos Primalthus. They're right here nearby. Pretty easy to figure that out. Don't mind the nose, that's something with UFO. And level 60 and finishing the story, and yeah. Not to do with us. Anyways, that was Stegodon. Right over here. Literally saw me go to it, so I mean, yeah. So apparently next on our list is the level 53 NM Piasa, which I always call Piasa. Is there anybody in here? What the heck? Did it just like spawn or something? What? right now. I just want to call this Piasa. Anyway, Piasa spawns off of the Vivid Gustornus that are right about here. In the same area. Yada yada yada. Oh, nice. I was waiting for him to be like, oh yeah, let's get ready to pull it, and now it's just pulled, so. This is a mystery, so this is Piasa. Wind Unbound. Ow, that hurt. My face. A whole lot. So you don't want to be near these when Piasa goes near them, because if you are, they go boom and you go asleep. Sticky time. And then Piasa starts chasing down those who are sleeping. Let's get away from the next one. It's not an assimilable sleep. You have to get hit or wait for it to wear off. Hi. Am I throwing this away? I trust nothing right now. It's not going boom. I don't know what's going on, but it's not going boom. What the heck is going on right now? Am I missing? I think I'm missing something. No, that hurt. There it goes. Now it went boom. Yeah, sadly, because of level, I didn't get the rewards, but I got the experience off of that. Yeah, that's Piasa. Piasa, as I always call it. Alright, so next up we have Molech. I'll find a good spot so we can actually see it here. Alright, I think it's safe up here. Alright, so Molech spawns off of Val Milchoos and is over here, a bit west of the Bunnies. Might be interesting because we have them here. So, the Adulators have a random aggro. You'll be very happy to know. I will be very happy to know. Yeah, I believe other than that, basic golem stuff. I don't remember what happens to the Adulators. Oh god. Alright, then you just don't get your butt kicked every 2 seconds? Or do assault? Alright, so we're gonna do some zoom ins here. Basically our best bet at the moment is just kinda kite Molech around. Not exactly the greatest one to do while you're undermanned, I guess, but hey. Order of Soul, here we go again. Aggressive posture. Oh no! Down for the count. You have this ready, I believe. No, okay, we're good. Point. Bloodbath going again. I'm kind of wishing I had Bloodbath the Logos as well, but I have Raise as a safety measure. Probably help actually having the right Magia on. Probably help. Although I'm handing Hydatos Wonder fun or something. But like, everyone else is kind of left, and this instance is locked up, and the other people here are only interested in finding higher level stuff. So this is kind of where we're at right now. So Molech actually can drop an item when it's a low dose upgrade item. It along with 2 of the higher level ones. Or the stand fast. Alright, defensive posture. Ow, 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 ow. Yeah, I saw that one coming. I was trying to get out in time. This is why you bring Rays. I want to say Molech actually gets pissier if you kill the ads. Target assault. You guys just kind of chill over there, that's cool. I do not mind if you kind of just chill over there. Probably would have been easier if we actually had the very comical. But we don't. Oh, come on, really? No! Ow. My face. Ay, 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 ay. I think the stand fast actually only happens when it starts getting low, I want to say. Ah, get out, Rennie! There's swings happening! I don't like swings. I do like swings. I actually got pushed off a swing as a kid, so I actually don't like swings. But I do, but I don't. That makes sense. Yeah. Assault, could we not? I don't have much health. Not get smashed right there. Going for another few hits. Oh yeah, have I mentioned that this fight is absolutely terrible as a melee? Yeah. Ow, could we not do that? Honestly, no, this fight is just terrible. Why do I no one ever wants to do it? Never like to spawn. It takes forever to spawn, honestly. And then the fight's awful. It's a little bit better with more people, though there are also more bodies usually with more people. For, well, I guess obvious reasons, really. More bodies equal more chances to screw up. And so on. Alright, we're at 1%! We got this! We got this! That was Molech! Oh my gosh, go away, ads. Oh my god! I got the horn! What? It never drops! Oh my god, I got the horn! Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so, Molech's horn is the item that can drop of a Molech. is one of 3 items in here for upgrading your locals holder. So, that was unexpected. God forbid that could happen on the main character. It is tradable. You can actually sell one on the market board. They're usually, at least the ones in Pyro's, worth like at least 700,000 gil right now. So, I mean, that's something. Doesn't really do much in the big grand scheme of things, but something, unless you're like super, super, super hardcore Eureka for the big end raid. Yeah. 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 That's Molech, and I got the Horde, so okay. Okay, so next up, finally, oh my goodness, this took a while to get to another thing. We have Frostmane. I guess Molech wasn't too long ago. Just a weird order of doing things. But yeah, so we have Frostmane. So Frostmane spawns just by this west aetherite, and it spawns off of these northern tigers. I'm sorry, kitties. I'm sorry. I like tigers, okay? Makes me sad spawning this guy, but it had to be done. Oh, so yeah, this is Frostmane. Nothing really to note drop-wise. My sheet is a little buried right now. Yeah, nothing really to note for this guy drop-wise. I don't have one until the 56th one, actually, for drops. Alright, so Frostmane, rule number 1, do not stand in front of it. Rule number 2, do not stand behind it. Rule number 3, pray. So yeah, Frostmane kind of runs all over the place. It's gonna tail smash, run all over, stool pelt. Thanks, throwing poo. Head down is gonna be a charge on target one person. Another tail smash. Yeah, Frostmane kind of goes all over the place, like so. So at least it is a set. Head down. Oh shit, that was the circular one. No. Alright, so build up. Build up is gonna make Frostmane sort of mutate. It's gonna make it become pure muscle. So that means everything's gonna basically kill now. Yay! Heavy tail swing, just GTFO, basically. Oh, swing versus smash. Got it! I see. Yeah, so the gripper claw, frontal null, and just the upgraded head down is painful. What the actual H? Smash. So heavy tail smash axes are really heavy. Knockback as well. But again, for these charge is the really bad one to look out for, especially if you're doing this a little bit under-leveled. Swing. Ow. Alright, good gripper claw. Yeah, it's just pure pain, Frostmane. I don't like spawning it, I don't like fighting it, but it's done! That is Frostmane. However, I am level 55 now, so I need to go make a trip over the cryo. Let's avoid the zombies first, though. I'll try not to sneeze all over the recording. Oh my goodness. Hi, cryo. The adjustments are complete, Arya. Let's put our handiwork to the proof, shall we? Yes, everything appears to be in order. Hopefully the remaining 2 sets of columns will prove no more difficult. What that allows makes it for the western columns, which is south and east of the unverified research. Right, silent as a mouse. Silent as a mouse. Hello. Oh my gosh. But that was close. I literally was to its gullet. Can't unsee. Forgive me, I'm alright now. So it appears there are 2 spots of cold ether in this area as well. Both are located in the northern reaches of the West Bank. Let's split up and find them. Alright, I have to remember how to get this done. At least we're only wandering through level 57 ones? Question mark. Oh good. Sight. They are not sight. Oh god. Is that enough? Okay, well I'm in the cutscene, so hopefully I'm safe. I feel like I'm not. This is up by Piasa. I like to always say Piasa. You play the regulator, the spot pool ether. Here's have an immediate effect. Please. Oh god, it's still here! Ow! Oh god. Oh god. Heal yourself and run. Heal yourself and run! Run! Please leave me alone! Yeah, so it's pretty easy to get yeeted off that cliff. Just sort of like that. Seriously. Leave me alone. Why aren't you leaving me alone? Leave! Oh my goodness. It's still on me. Why is it still on me? For real? What the heck was that game? There you are, Arya. NXT managed to look at the other spot of cool ether. I'll begin making my adjustments at once, but as before, it may take a bit of time. So next one is at level 57. Oh yeah. I want to say the level 57 item isn't nearly as garbage as the 54. Yeah, it's not nearly as garbage as the 54. So, I haven't been fine if I've been like, oh, check how those things aggro. So the other thing I actually want to do is I want to jump that to start and go get that other aetherite. Because if I remember right, it unlocks at 55. Yeah, I'm like literally right behind my game window. So unfortunately getting to this other aetherite is going to be a matter of dodging level 60 plus enemies. Because of course it is. They're usually at least generally spread out enough so this isn't completely awful. You just kind of do have to make sure you pay attention while you are going over here. Yeah, like I said, it's generally pretty spread out. They're pretty generous in most of this. There's a few spots that are garbage. So, also taking care of Frostmane. We do have all of the NMs on what is known as the west side. Now we just have to take care of the east side. The east side ones are a much more pains in the butts to spawn comparatively to the west side. Because of course these are all going to be level 60 plus enemies. Including the next one, the level 55 one, is level 60 enemies of course. I've at least done bunnies enough in this area. I know generally how to get around this part without aggro. Because there's actually like bunnies bunny stuff over on this far east wall. So it's a fun trip, and I hate it actually. It's not fun. Anyways, here is our other Ethernet shard. And just like that, we have access to everything. Yay! Yay! Anyways, I went to the wrong place. Shoot. Heads to level 54 quest and the other Aetherite. And Frostmane. On to the next thing, I guess. Okay, next on our list is gonna be King Goldemar the 56. Yes, we're missing the 55. Here we are again. So, Goldemar spawns off of Hydatos raids, which are nights only, of course, meaning this is essentially a night only spawn. You could, of course, prep the race during the day, and then Goldie would spawn once it's ready. But it is generally a night-only spawn. And wow, they are not being considerate of others spawning and pulling stuff. I'm honestly not too surprised. Who's got the Berserker here? Amplification, learn how this blade cuts. Alright, so Necromancy, I believe, is a general AoE. Rail is just gonna spawn some King's Knights. They're gonna run around and smack stuff. Oh, only your lifeblood. Alright, Hellclap, I believe, is a general AoE. So, the Abs are currently also doing an AoE at the same time, and ow. And yeah, that's Goldemar kind of demolished because we have a ton of people here, and that's why they're also not being rushy. Or they are being rushy, they're not being patient. So Goldemar can drop a card, the Berserker card, and also Goldemar's Horn. So, yeah. There's a race. It said night only, available 61 of course. And it is kind of in this little area down here. Yep, and that's Goldemar. Okay, next on our list is going to be the level 59 NM. Yes, we are doing this in amazing order, don't question it. I may have literally just hit 59 or 58, so I could actually go up and do this. I'm like, I need such and such number of sprites, and it's about to pop. Oh, yeah, that was the thing. Luckily, I found where the sprites were. That for this current weather, that being snow, kind of near an NM, we haven't actually done it yet. Yeah, so thankfully they didn't insta-pull this one. This one does, I was just complimenting them on their pulling, and it's already at 10% down. So, Petrification, welcome to Ceto. Ceto spawns off of the Hydatos Delphines, and it's gonna be a death fest, basically. So you need to keep track of where all three are, so you don't get petrified, because if you get petrified, you basically get death. Because once you get petrified, Ceto will do the Abyssal Slasher, which is going to do massive damage, if not death. Just flat death. So there's always going to be 3, so there's always going to be a safe spot to look. Basically. Right now, they just turn like so. Actually keep an eye on if they do that. Faithless Guard just spawned. I just want to see those ads. Location. this here soon. So yeah, there's that Abyssal Reaper if someone gets petrified. And like I said, basically dead. Nope, someone else got petrified. You can always tell when someone messes up because that happens. More bodies are hitting the floor. Like I said, welcome to Ceto. So the big thing about Ceto, why I know people like to rush to hit Ceto when they spawn, is I'm trying to find the safe spot. Ceto can drop an item to upgrade your magia. It is your magia, it's not your logos. It's your magia to give you one more magia. Ceto can drop Ceto's claw. It's sort of like how I got the Leukewarm. In other words, it almost never drops it. Case in point, it didn't drop it. So anyways, that's Ceto. That is the level 59 in him. Yeah, so unfortunately now they're going for the 60 in him, and I am running out of challenge log. Oh no. Shoot. Flash phase, shoot. But yeah, so it's these Hydatos Delphines that spawn Ceto. Alright, because we're going in some amazing kind of order here. Now we have Leuke. Leuke is the level 57 NM. It was not spawned for that price. Spawns off of Tiger Cross. And it is just south of that eastern district. Hopefully they can get this thing to be aggro here. Get out this radius and should be good. I was like, are we gonna pull this thing or what? We're just gonna stare at it. The rushers are kind of in bed now, so hey! They're actually being pulled, like, not within 1 minute of spawning. Alright, so Leuke is gonna require a lot of movement. Obviously, avoid the butt because that means rush is mean. But Sweet Nectar is going to be one of our main pains in the butt. So it's gonna do all different kinds of fun directions like this. So you need to be ready for tons and tons of movement. Really just want to kind of stick near to Leuke for it. And that's pretty much Leuke's main mechanic, other than being sort of a Hydra clone. Is just watching out for that Sweet Nectar and being near Leuke. That's all I can really think of for Leuke's main mechanics. Speaking of Sweet Nectar, here we go again. Right before it dies. Yeah, that was Leuke. So, one thing I've actually been chilling on doing here is doing the level 57 quest, just because. Actually, I'm gonna wait for the next NM, and then we'll go do it. I just don't trust people. So, yeah, we'll do the next NM, and then we'll do the 57 quest. And, well, it's a order question mark. Next we have the level 58 NM, Barong. Alright, so that's probably Barong. Anyways, Barong spawns off the Laboratory Lions. Easy enough to remember. It's a lion. It spawns off lions. Click on the other way. It doesn't matter. So yep, Barong is gonna be super, super fiery stuff. Get ready for a lot of fire. Okay, so sort of like that. Yeah, Barong. Like I said, lots of fire stuff. Blistering Roar. Big frontal thing. It's not a charge, just a frontal fire freeze. Or a line fire breed, I guess. Power Classic Surge is a general AoE, I believe, that does burns and also spawns these little guys. Surge is going to make them start going boom, so you do not want to be near them, of course. Volcanic Bomb it's gonna spawn bigger versions of those guys, which are gonna do a little dashy dash across the area. It may also be delayed, so my commentary may also be going a little loopy. Oh, he also has blaze spikes up, so that's lovely. Mark of the Beast, Principal Cleave. And oh, there was another thing where he kind of like super goes boom. Maybe not. Maybe just use blaze spikes. Oh, Lava Dome! Haha! I knew I wasn't crazy. I knew there was another move he did. There goes all those. Alright, Pyroclastic Flow. Proximity. I knew there was a big boom he did. Knew I wasn't crazy there. Here's the rush one. Magma Chamber? Is that the... something? There's a thing. I guess. He's gonna die. Like, now. Oh my goodness, oh yeah, I got this clusters. I don't remember what those are for. I think it's something to do with, like, the big blade stuff here. But anyways, that leaves us with 2 NMs to go in the 57 and 60 quests, I believe. Hopefully people go do the 55 NM that I still need. Hopefully. Hopefully. Hey, speaking of which, here's the level 55 NM. Oh my goodness. Now we've done almost everything else. So anyways, this is Daphne. Spawns off these Dark Void monks, and you'll recognize the model as being very similar to Cassie and so forth. Such sweet blood, so very fresh. But oh, yours is fresher still. So yeah, one of the pretty things about spawning Daphne actually is the monks have this really annoying drawing. So you know, if you're trying to do mage, you're just keep getting drawn. Excuse me, drawn in. If you're doing melee, you keep being drawn into that nonsense all over the place. Anyways, tentacles! Yeah, we're doing this. So slam down tentacles, much like Cassie did. Some tentacles from the ground, much like Ultros did. Well, yeah, that's the main thing. Look away. Stay away from the monks, so you don't aggro them. Okay, we're good. No bother. Actually, what is this one? Oh, that. It is a tag. Came up in a really cruddy place, actually. Speaking of the drawing from the stupid spawner, there's one egg growth here at Daphne. And yeah, so that just leaves us with the level 60 NM. So yeah, that. So also the quests and getting a crud ton more crystals. Oy. Okay. So you might be wondering, Rinny, wait, why are you recording? You're not an NM. There's the Yenna that's up there. We've done Ceto already. Where are you going? Well, there is a special dungeon within Eureka Hydatos called Baldesion Arsenal. It's available only level 60 to complete the story. We'll get more into it. But there's a special fate in them that will pop up. when they've made it to a certain point within Baldesion Arsenal. And we are off to go do that. It's ironic I'm doing this before I do UFO, but hey. I believe we're within a few minutes of it spawning, so I'm just gonna chill here. Yeah, left big mouth. And yeah, now we wait for them to get to it. An avatar of absolute virtue has manifested somewhere in Hydatos. So that's these squabbles! So, it's been a while actually since I've done sport, so I want to take care of these first squabbles here. This is the first part of support. There is going to be another part. As in, more squabbles! Yay! Good old AoE Central. And here we go, Tristitia! So Tristitia has actually really insane evasion, so we're probably gonna miss a lot here. And we need to watch out for Spine Lash. If it's facing you, get the heck away from Spine Lash. Shock Spikes, it's gonna hurt if it goes up. People are hopefully going to dispel it. Spell. So it's also gonna dual cast here, so Tornado 2 is going to be in. And then GTFO, Aeroga 4. That was more out there. Alright, so here's gonna be another back-to-back. Again, dual cast, so get in. Mighty Strikes is gonna be the other big thing that needs to be dispelled off Justicia. I believe it makes every single hit critical if it's anything like Mighty Strikes in FF11. That was a... oh god. Hello. I just got meteored in the face. Spine Lash. Oh gosh. Ow! Ow, 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 ow. I just have shock spikes. That hurt. Alright, dual cast. Be ready once again. Alright, Tornado 2s, we're going in and then out. Or it's just gonna die. Just like that. And that is support! Support gives a whole crap ton of experience. And also 30 crystals. It's one of the best crystal sources if people are in there. Alright, I need to get to see them. And yeah, I just sit here. Yeah, so that's support fate. The other one that is related to it is UFO, and well, it won't spawn while people are in there, so that's a little bit unfortunate. Yeah, that is support. Where the heck am I going? I need to go this way. We did it! We made it there! The last NM. I am just gonna snag some people. I'm actually like inviting some. Oh my goodness. We've got a few healers in here. So, anyways, this is Provenance Watcher. Provenance Watcher spawns off these level 65 crystal claws, meaning, yes, it is the final NM of Hydatos. Okay, I guess we are cold. Anyways, this is Provenance Watcher. So, starting out, we are going to want to be on when Y is turning. We do not want to be in front of PW. Every time I see this, I think it's Pandemonium Warden, but, because he is going to change elements. That's why I said to start. Yeah, so we want to avoid the front, we want to avoid the back, I believe. And when he jumps up like this, honestly, just head to the entrance. It's the safest spot. Yes, it's out of the fade, but it's literally the safest spot for this. Oh, safe too. So once PW dives across, gonna send down these icicles, very similar to like Henry. They're gonna go across the screen. So you obviously want to stay out of those. And now he's gonna prepare Ice and Levin. When you see Ice and Levin, you want to be up close within the target circle. Unlike that, Rennie. I was in. I would argue I was in that. Ice and Wind, again, make sure you are, okay, no, Ice and Wind, avoid the crystals, coming down, and he's also going to set Tornadoes, and also going to start using Hot Tail. When he starts using Hot Tail, just get on the very edge of his targeting circle here, basically, and that's going to be your safe spot. He will use Hot Tail several times in a row, and after this, I believe he's going to do an Aquaform. If he gets to it, yeah, Aquaform is going to be a stack of someone. And he drops 3 Crystalline Scales, which, yes, is the final upgrade item. And yes, you need 5. And no, you can't trade crystals for them. Which is good, because crystal droppers here suck. Anyway, we need to go pay Carl a visit. So, let's go pay Carl a visit. Alright, so Carl, I guess I need to dodge. Carl's gonna be right down here. Of course, we have not actually done the 57 quest yet. I need to pull up the map. Because I need to pull up the map. Right, so there we go. Sorry for keeping you waiting. I've finished with my adjustments. Let's see if they get the trick. Good, no dramas here either. That leaves us with just the eastern columns. As the name suggests, they're located on the eastern bank of the river. Off we go then, and no more harrowing encounters. Alright, so yes. Yeah, best bet is going to be to hit up that Advanced Shard. No, it's literally just that, but this is what I decided to do it. So, let's avoid these Barong spawners. Should just be able to shortcut right through the Barong area, because I know Barong is dead and can't be spawned. So, I need to check something. Well, alright, yeah, I was able to sneak cut right through the Barong area. Let's get right over here. After all the sneaking about, I've gotten somewhat used to it. Still, I'm a long way off strolling around the town as if it were a flower garden like you do. But on to business. Again, we have 2 spots of cold ether to account for. One is due east of here, while the other appears to lie at the northern edge of the riverbank. I'll head east if you wouldn't mind taking a search north. See you back here afterwards, Aria. So one place actually, while we're down here, one place I actually want to point out is this island. This island is known as Sprite Island. You can actually see someone doing it right now. This is a pretty good way to level up if you don't want to wait for NMs to spawn. Basically, the plan is you just put on a reflect logos and just camp it, basically. Ideally, you run around naked so that the reflect does more damage to these sprites. And obviously, those sprites are only going to be here if there is weather that is not fair weather. And yeah, so no matter what weather, there will be sprites here, except for fair weather, of course. And you get a decent chunk. There's like 800,000 per one that dies, something like that. I don't remember exactly. Actually, I go ahead and hit return. Head back to the start, because it's going to be an easier way to get to where I need to go. I just wanted to... Like, hey, we're down here. I'll show Sprite Island. I don't like using Sprite Island. I've used it a few times, but I prefer not to. Just because crystal drop rates here are so freaking garbage that it's like you may as well just do NMs. I should say crystal drop rates outside of support. And UFO. I mean, UFO isn't amazing, but still, like, UFO is a very consistent spawn comparatively. Let's avoid these guys. I think they're sad. I should just be walking through them. You know... Well, no, they might be sight, actually. Now that I think about it, I think they are sight. Be up here, I thought? Oh, no, it's further right. Further to the right. It's not quite by Daphne. Daphne's the best way marker for it, but otherwise, it's further east. Between Daphne and Ceto, I guess, is the best way marker. Right up here. We're actually just following this person, I guess. You deploy the regular at the spot, pull either. Here's how it immediate effect. Great way back, is there? I guess just hooking it. The regular is in place. Excellent. As before, I'll need to carry out some adjustments. Pray bear with me for a while. So yep, the next level is of course available at 60, but guess what? We're 60. Apologies for making you wait repeatedly. I'm pleased to say I've completed my adjustments and with even greater care than usual. I don't even need to try to know that this one will work. See what I tell you, with all 3 sets of columns thus repaired, the Ether Bridge should be operational again. At long last, we may enter the tower. Taking the liberty of granting you permission to use the bridge, so we may make a crossing at any time. Come, let's make our way thither. So, the Ether Bridge is actually down here. Kinda just south of where a UFO would be. I'm doing my landmarks correctly. Yeah, that's about right. No, whatever. Hi, Crow. I'm here. This is it, Arya. The path to the tower lies wide open. Within, we are like to encounter both Ajika and Eureka's avatar. They won't allow us to simply walk in and restore the world, yet that is precisely what we must do. After all of our toils to reach this point, we cannot stop now. Let's go. And that person, like, really blitzed through this, isn't they? I'm just slow. I am kind of slow reading it, but hey. I believe I could fly. Alright, I can't sell mountain here. I don't think it's just wind. Eureka. Well, I don't think anyone was expected to be right by the entrance. I know for a fact that it wasn't here before. We can only assume it was moved from its hiding place. At any rate, this saves us the trouble of a search, so I shan't complain. Now, as much as I would like to restore the world at once, this restraint will interfere with its effects. safety measure that prevents Eureka from escaping, but by the same token prevents us from acting against it. I'll wager that Eureka is searching for a way to deactivate the restraint and release Eureka, which means we must find it first. Grandfather's home office adjoins this hall. If there's any information to be had, I dare say it will be there. Oh, there's books here. I can actually just sit and read them. The Origins of Eureka. Despite our best efforts, we are unable to find any literature allowing us to trace Eureka's creation back to a definitive legend. Our brief questioning of its avatar, however, did yield some intriguing details, and that Eureka, who claims to cast down the wicked, was imprisoned by one who bears a light, a champion of Hydatos. How these words may be interpreted is a subject for debate, but taken at face value, they are suggestive of Asian involvement. Regardless of the truth, we must do our utmost to safeguard the knowledge of the icon. On the weapons of Eureka. It is believed the weapon forged by Eureka takes control of its wielder by usurping his ether. Eventually, naught can be said to remain in front of the host. Having thus acquired the means to move, the weapon then begins to act autonomously, setting forth to fulfill its purpose, the wish which impelled its creation. To date, we have discovered 5 such arms and sealed them away, but there is no telling how many more exist. For now, we can but continue our investigation. Numerous tomes are scattered haphazardly on the table. None of them appear related to Eureka. Was there more? No. Apart from the mess, it's pretty much as it was. I can almost see Grandfather sitting at his desk. Would Eureka have been here? He is long gone. What could that boy possibly be up to? Well, never mind him for now. Come, Arya, help me look for information on the restraint. Probably surprising if there's no Eureka section. We must dig a little deeper. Seriously. Hidden beneath the pile of tomes, you discover a single shade of parchment. Baldesion's memo. I, Baldesion, hereby commit these words of parchment in the event that the unthinkable should come to pass. You who are reading this will by now be aware of the existence of the icon Eureka and its ability to forge dangerous weapons. What you may not know, however, is that said ability is not limited to simply implements of war. Nay, Eureka is capable of creating any and all things. And the implications of this, imagine, if you will, that he who is Eureka's master commands it to create a new mother crystal. The icon would attempt to do so, we believe, even if it meant draining the land of all its ether. Such reforging of the world would entail destruction of a scale to rival any calamity. This is a true danger of Eureka. For long years, we kept the being's location a closely guarded secret, but in spite of our best efforts, it was eventually discovered by the Asians. Unless Eureka be used to a calamitous end, my comrades and I resorted to drastic measures. Having given the order to evacuate, we invoked a powerful magic that drowned the entire isle within a life stream. Thence, we combined our strength to defeat the Asian known as Emerald, consigning her essence to be scattered within that raging torrent of ether, never again to reform. And now we await our own end. Even as I write, the Isle of Baldesion in the live stream, ere long will become as one with the flow, as will all that remains within. However, that these words have survived means that, unlikely though it is, the Isle has somehow re-emerged from the corporeal realm. It means that Eureka remains a grave threat. You have found my message. To you I make the most urgent of entreaties. Seek out the science at Ceto and alert them to these events. See that Eureka is sealed away and guarded from those who would use its power for ill. The fate of the very star depends upon it. So, something did you? Excellent, so did I. A wealth of information signed an unassuming tome. Grandfather describes the reward the founders raised, the contrivances they employed to keep Eureka hidden, and, most pertinently, instructions on deactivating the restraint. He also writes in detail about Eureka's avatar. Contrary to what we first assumed, the entity appears to be more akin to an instrument. Is Eureka's means of enabling ether without which the Primal cannot forge its weapons. As long as Eureka itself exists, the instrument can be recreated over and over again. It will disappear if we sever the etheric connection between them. This we can accomplish by restoring the wards and sealing Eureka away. While it falls short of outright eliminating the Primal, it presents an effective way to keep it in check. I wonder perhaps if she could. Well, I will come to light into the colors. That's all from me. Let's hear what you have learned. I need to close some nonsense in my background. I see. Yes, I remember it. On that fateful day, Grandfather gave the orders for immediate evacuation. But when I attempted to teleport away, the magic failed owing to an unnatural surge in the live stream. So I turned my steps towards Port Surrogate to find the boat. Never got there, of course. I was swallowed up by the live stream. Judging by the state of the headquarters, the others two were pulled into that raging torrent. But there was no divine intercession for them. I had braced for this from the beginning. I resigned myself to being the sole survivor. But to now be confronted with the truth. Confound it all! Ugh. Great, there'll be time for tears later. We have work to do and Grandfather would expect us to do it. Come, Arya, let us deactivate the restraint. This, Arya, according to Grandfather's note, this little thing is the crux of the restraint. Apparently it shares a history with Eureka. Such details aren't relevant at the moment. What matters is it allows us to release the restraint. Here I go! I did the trick. Let's return to the hall. Of course, they would choose this moment to appear. Our enemy standeth before us, bearing light most vile. Strike her down, my champion. I was leaving you to lift the restraint, as I knew you would. If she could please come to your senses. When your crowd never took leave of them. Come, we settle this now. Task that Master Galuf entrusted to us. Adventure, the blessing of light shields you from the Primal's influence. Take the sword and strike down the Avatar. Thou wouldst betray me, wicked mortal. Wicked, you say? Here's a existence that threatens the world, Primal. My conscience is quite clear. Before making wise retorts to the Primal, perhaps you would care to explain, well, everything? What is there to explain? I acquired the weapon needed to defeat Eureka's avatar and set up an ambush. Isn't it obvious? I thought you would be able to deduce my plan of winning the enemy's confidence, but it seems I overestimated you. That's our Eureka. All's well that ends well. Aren't we celebrating a little early? Yes, Sarajika, indeed. My apologies, I'll restore the ward at once. No, Krell, that's not what we need to do. I'm against stealing it. If it's possible to slay Eureka, that is what we must do. In the absence of an avatar as master, my command is to forge more weapons than the Aether harbors. This is true. And without the means to replenish its ether, it will eventually consume itself. It's not work, my friends. I surely see the flaw in this method. What's the what? The Master and Icon are one and the same, but our ether would be Eureka's ether. We know this, but we've got a responsibility. As those who unearth the being, if my life can set things to rights, gladly would I render it up. But yet therein lies the problem. Eureka harbors tremendous ether, far more than the four of us combined. We would all perish long before we succeed. Well, my friends, it seems we have no choice at all. Let me guess, you had another vision? How very timely, now you know what I seek to do. No, wait here. What exactly are you planning to do? How many times must you make me state the obvious? Master Gallup conceived of a way to destroy Eureka. I mean, to carry it out. Oh, the question. If the four founders together couldn't do this, what makes you think you alone can? Eureka expended vast amounts of ether to bring the Alabout out of the live stream. Even accounting for what it has since recovered, my ether alone should more than suffice. That's the case, and I should be the one to do it. It's my solemn responsibility as a sole survivor of the destruction. Protected by your blessings as you are, Eureka will not recognize you as his master. Only I can do this. Having read Master Gallup's memo, you should know the danger that Primal poses. We cannot risk it falling into Ascian hands again. Destroying it now is the ideal solution. There is nothing ideal about the solution that requires you to sacrifice yourself. Besides, I didn't think a self-centered fellow like you would aspire to martyrdom. Such puerile provocation ill becomes the crown. And no matter what you say, you cannot deny the truth. Stealing Eureka away would only be a temporary measure. Nay, we must destroy it here and now. If Master Gallup believed it possible, he himself would have done the deed. It is possible now. I have already made my peace. Let me do what must be done. What you seek to do, there is no undoing. It's suicide, plain and simple. And as your comrade, I cannot allow it. With Emerald vanquished, there's no immediate danger. While Eureka is contained, we can search for other ways to deal with it. Your assertions are all too easily refuted, but 'tis plain you have already made up your mind on the matter. The best thing to do here is defer to a third party. Adventure, without you, we couldn't have gotten this far. You have as much say as any of us how we should proceed. Very well. I trust Arya's judgment. Whatever be her decision, I will accept it. There you have it. To defeat Eureka here and now, or restore the ward and delay the inevitable. Make your choice, adventurer. The story will unfold differently depending on whose approach you choose to support. Once you begin upon one path, the other will no longer be available to you. Please know, however, that your choice will not affect the rewards and challenges to come. As Master Gallup had intended, we destroy Eureka once and for all. It is the only solution. You of all people should understand the danger the Primal poses. You know what must be done. I am prepared for the cost. You need burning your conscience over it. Should you give your support to Chico's approach, Kryle's path will no longer be available to you. Please know, however, that your choice will not affect rewards and challenges to come. So Kryle has to say. Admittedly, sealing Eureka away does not end it, but we shouldn't rush our decisions as Ashika used to believe we must. Once the ward is operational again, we will have ample time to consider the best course of action. Surely you agree with me? So, I'm actually going to go with Ashika's approach here. Yes. Good, you have made the right choice. There you have it, the adventurer sided with reason. This is truly what you wish, Ashika. What I wish, I merely do what must be done. Sentiment has no place in it, so spare me your pity. Blessed with your powers as you are needed elsewhere. If you have time to grieve, do your duty instead. Very well. I will not stop you. Yes, this is right. Take care of the rest, Kryle. It's over, and yet again, I'm the one left behind. Grandmother, Raha, Manfilia, and now Eureka. They all did what they believed they had to do. And they're all gone. Why am I always the one who survives? The one who has to suffer the heartache? Eureka was a valiant soul. Yes, he was, and we owe him our gratitude. Forgive me, Arya. I shouldn't be marring his sacrifice with my insecurities. We should go on ahead back to camp. Come and see me when you have returned. Can I have an instant teleport? What the heck? Okay, let's go back to the start. There you are. I received word a short while ago, but our financiers have come to observe our efforts. I had reported that our mission was close to completion, and it seems they wish to see things with their own eyes. My friends, I am heartened to see you hale and whole. By this, I assume the business is indeed concluded here. We read the report. Tell us what happened after. That's how it unfolded. Eureka sacrificing his own life to defeat Eureka. By the Kami, such a brave and selfless act, he will not soon be forgotten. So now what? So what now? This did turn out to be your isle after all. There's considerable cleaning up to be done and retrieving all the research material and the like. For this task, I request that the team be dispatched from the Charlian motherland. I would be grateful if your two concerns could provide support to said Charlian contingent. In return, the students shall grant you the rights to use the isle for your trading activities. We will need to draw up details of the agreement, but I see no reason why we reject your proposal. On a personal note, what of yourself, Mistress Crow? What do you intend to do next? Myself? I will rejoin the Scions. My presence is no longer required here. Rest assured, I will make the necessary arrangements with my countrymen. I see. In that case, perhaps it would be best to save discussing the finer points for afterwards. In the meantime, do you mind if the expedition continues with its work? Not at all. Be my guest. That's all for now, then. We'll be in touch again come negotiation time. Well, we should be getting back to our duties as Scions. We mustn't let grief halt our steps. Is there someone that smirk at us from beyond? Come, my friend, let's carry on for Eureka. Eureka? Complete. Making the most of Hydatos. However, there is a new quest up. Hello. Mistress Arya, precisely the adventure I wanted to see. There's a matter I would discuss with you. In the course of his investigations, the Master Eureka made an unsettling discovery. When the Founders unearthed Eureka, it had by then forged a fearsome arsenal of weapons. The Founders made it their mission to locate these arms, which they sealed away in the headquarters' upper levels, a place dubbed the Baldesion Arsenal. For years, the weapons lay dormant, but the recent disturbances on the Isle may have caused them to awaken, to become sentient. If left unchecked, they may take hapless wielders as their vessels, thereby giving rise to new primals. Or to prevent such an outcome, we mean to dispatch a party to destroy the weapons. Now, according to Master Eureka's report, an arcane ward prevents access to the Baldesion Arsenal. However, by explaining an anomaly in the live stream which occurs under certain weather conditions, it is possible to teleport inside, and here's where you come in. We need to undertake forays to destroy Eureka's weapons. Having accomplished all that you have on the Isle, we believe you are best suited for this mission. Warning, the Baldesion Arsenal is an unimaginably punishing duty. Even the entry conditions alone will not be easily fulfilled. The emerging triumphant will require teamwork, tenacity, time, knowledge, courage, strength, and, not the least of all, luck. Everyone understand the warning? Yes. Do you acknowledge the extreme difficulty of Baldesion Arsenal? And it's now accessible. You now have access to Baldesion Arsenal. The details such as entry conditions and unique challenges with it can be had by speaking with the Expedition Scholar. It's recommended that you first gain a full understanding of what awaits before venturing forth. Let's actually speak with her about the Baldesion Arsenal. Objective. As I mentioned prior, the weapons created by Eureka are believed to have awakened in the upper level of the Stone's headquarters, a place dubbed the Baldesion Arsenal. Your objective is to venture in and destroy them all before they can pose a threat. Accessible only via special means, the Baldesion Arsenal is an open dungeon to be occupied by up to 56 players. The dungeon is rife with fearsome foes and deadly traps, and it is recommended that you can cooperate with other participants if you wish to stand a chance of success. The Baldesion Arsenal is sealed behind an arcane ward. The only way to gain entry is to exploit an anomaly in the live stream which occurs under certain weather conditions to teleport inside. The Baldesion Arsenal is accessible via ethereal nodes that manifest in the Forbidden Land, Eureka, Hydatos. In order to use these nodes, you must be at elemental level 60 or above. In other words, you have to be level 60. And have been granted a special status enhancement. Master Eureka wrote in detail concerning the use of the anomaly in the live stream to teleport into the Baldesion Arsenal. Please peruse this notes at your leisure. There exist two kinds of ethereal nodes, blue and red. Ethereal unstable blue nodes can be used only by expending a etheric stabilizer. Ethereally stable red nodes can be used by all who fulfill the elemental level and status prerequisites. However, they will not manifest for a while following a blue node's appearance. A node can only be used once before fading away. It will also disappear of its own accord after a certain period of time has elapsed. The appearance of ethereal nodes is connected to the umbral turbulence weather condition. For information with your fellow adventurers to unravel the mystery of their manifestations. Ethereal nodes are known to appear during umbral turbulence, but this weather condition is nigh impossible to predict. You must be prepared to sally forth at a moment's notice. Occurring spontaneously, umbral turbulence cannot be forecast even by the Skywatcher. Certain notorious monsters will only appear during this weather condition, UFO, and defeating them will earn you a special status effect. Support. Conceived by Master Eureka, the etheric stabilizer allows one to safely make use of unstable nodes. I am able to attach the contraption for you, provided you supply the required materials. Those possessing etheric stabilizer can use blue ethereal nodes to access BA, and it is dependent upon its. Please be warned that the arcane ward that surrounds the Baldesion Arsenal interferes with resurrection magic. Take all care during your forays. While inside BA, you will be subjected to a status effect that prevents resurrection by certain means. Rise effects granted via limit breaks and certain locus actions are exempt from this restriction. In other words, this one I have right here doesn't work. If you're minded to leave the BA, please be aware that there is no simple way to return there. You must find an ethereal node all over again, so please think well before you decide. Once you leave BA, you can only regain entry via an ethereal node. Furthermore, please be warned that using the spell Return inside BA will send you back to Central Point. And that's all I really have. Take an etheric stabilizer. So, get these, you can trade 100 Animos, Pyros, and Pogos crystals, or a ethereal conductive plate, 1 Hydatos cluster, and a Charlian ether oil, which I assume is traded with poetics. Whew, that was a lot of talking. And on that note, I believe we're like some of the only ones left here in this instance because it is locked. But, yep, so BA is a thing. Yeah, no one's doing Bunnies, so we're alone. Yay! I can confirm this. Oh no, we are not alone. Sorry. We aren't alone. Yeah, so we do have one thing left in here. Actually, we have 2 things left in here. I still need 149 crystals. And 2 Stegods. But 149 crystals, more importantly. I also need water, because that was a lot of talking. Hoi. Alright, I wasn't actually going to start early for Ovni, but one thing I know with Ovni is the regular weather elementals will still be up, even while turbulence is around. So you can still Sprite Island as long as you know what the weather should be, which there are online resources to find that out. I think the Skywatch would also tell you. I think. I actually tried. Point is, there's still water elements over there. Sorry, snow melt spray over there. Anyway. Time to finally do this, and then I still also need a crutch of I'm also still like, oh god, I just topped the whole crap ton. I just finished the story. I'm like, ah! Anyways, this is Ovni. I don't want to believe, also known as UFO, because in XIV, which this model is from, these were called UFOs because they flew in the sky and aggro. You'd have to say if there was one, like, right here. We just go boom, ah, there's a UFO on me, basically. That's pretty much how that went in FF11. Oh good. I'm really waiting. We have the rushers. Anyway, so one of the key things you always want to make sure you have around for Ovni is Dispel. Oh gosh, hello. So when it does fluorescence like this, it's going to get an attack boost. Whenever Ovni has an attack boost, it hurts. I've tanked, but tried to tank through a undispelled Ovni. Basically, tanks get 2-shot. Anyways, concussive oscillation, you want to be out. Corman, avoid the conal. Corman, come on, do something fun on me. But I don't spam for us. Alright, just gonna spam this apparently, cool. Rob card. They did have other nicknames as UFO, but we're not going to say them because I try to get this somewhat family friendly. Anyways, this move, when you see a little lightning marker on someone I didn't check the move name, you want to get the heck away from them. That is why. The only safe spot is where the person is, pretty much. If you're anywhere near them, you're just going to die. I think actually might be the person who's immune. Vitriolic Barrage is general AoE. Another fluorescence. But yeah, see if it goes Megastorm. Alright, Ion Tower, that's the one. Ion Tower, that's the one where basically a person wants to run the heck away, and everyone else wants to get the heck away from them. Luckily there are no positions because Ovni turns around a lot during Ion Tower. That's pretty much how Ion Tower should go. Person should be far away. And no one should be hit. Another Vitriolic Barrage. Come on, Ovni. Pull the void. There we go. Pull the void is always going to be followed by either the end of the concussive oscillation. Ovni's being no fun. So the other thing I have is Megastorm. If Megastorm happens, you want to basically run under here. Don't mind me, people. I'm just gonna randomly run under here. Basically, you want to be right under this little middle tentacle thing to avoid it. And so once that dies, you know it's only 10 crystals. Like as a pretty consistent 10 crystals, as long as no one goes into BA. You get this ethereal primed if you have accepted the BA warning. This lasts for 10 minutes, I believe. Blue portals sit for 5, red sit for another 5, or something like that. They do not spawn right away. actually, works out perfect. So actually, there is a reward for completing BA the first time, and it is this mount right here. It is the Ozma mount. You can't see the fun stuff. It does all the little Ozma animations, like you saw in Mock. But yeah, there are so many Ozmas around me. But yeah, so that is the reward for completing BA. It's guaranteed because it's an achievement reward. There's also a minion that can just drop in there. I don't believe it's guaranteed, but there is a minion that can just flat out drop in there. I'm trying to la-di-da until the portals spawn, but the portals aren't spawning. Come on. It does take a few minutes for them to spawn, I know, but seriously. I thought I heard rumor of PW being corrupt. And now no one's... Okay, yeah, PW's being corrupt. No one's saying anything. I'm just like... I just want to show the portals! We've already seen them, but they show up on the map. I know they show up without ever going to BA because they show up on my main character's map, and it's really annoying because the tape covers the map. Come on, portals. Don't make me la-di-da on this more than I already am. Please. Seriously, so many Osmos. Yeah, flying, it changes into the cube form instead of the ball form. It doesn't do the triangle form. That would hurt to sit on. So I assume kind of just magically floating on it, but still. Hey, come on. Okay, seriously, portals. What the heck? Portals, please. There they are! Okay, I was just complaining. So yeah, right now we have the blue ones up. As you can see, they're all over. Again, like I said, these are the unstable ones. The red ones are, I believe, in roughly around the same places. But yeah, so these are the blue ones. You do need to get that conductor thing to use the unstable ones, so you don't really want to use them. But yeah, in a few minutes, the red ones will spawn, and those are the stable ones. They're the ones you want to take, I guess. I've never actually gone in. I'm too much of a chicken to even, like, poke my head in the door. Because I believe there's death waiting for me in the door. Literally. Oh, yeah. So, oh, there's like one right up here on Barong. So, I can just, we've passed by him, but yeah, so there's a red portal. Or, blue portal. As you can see, unstable. Ethereal, no. Yeah, it's gonna be another few minutes for them to flip to red. At this point, I'm just gonna la-di-da until they flip to red. Because... ugh. Seriously. Oh, PW just popped. God damn it. Nothing is cooperating with me right now. I guess we're seeing PW again because I want, at this point I just want to show the red ones. Like, seriously. So the other thing to note about UFO and its spawning conditions is it tends to only spawn when the server is basically like, hey, there's enough people here to do BA. Let's spawn UFO. So I'm grabbing some people because they need some invites. And now, yeah, I should be spawning here. Yeah, so that's pretty much how UFO spawns. Once the server's like, okay, we have the condition, no one's in BA, respawn it in something like 15-20 minutes. is how it pretty much goes. It might be 25 minutes, but still. It's a pretty decent spawn rate, which is why it's a pretty decent source of... crystals. That's consistent. Anyway, obviously people are in support. Ah, there we are. So yeah, as you can see, exact same spots. They are now red. I can't see any from here, unfortunately. Yeah. Pretty much just the blue portals except red, and now stay stable. So that's the portals. Now all we have to do is get the dang crystals. Ugh. Such a pain. Alright, let's wrap up Eureka. What do you say? We'll talk about a weapon. Pair of power knuckles, you say? Looks like we've got it all here, so stage 1 is 50 Hydatos crystals. Right then, sit tight and I'll get it started. This is some damn fine work, and I do say so myself. Wrong ever dropped the power out of the materials I did. I give you a pair of Hydatos knuckles. First of all, there's still room for improvement, provided they've got the right materials to work with. See if you can round them up, eh? Ah, there she is. Alright, next stage. We need 100 Hydatos crystals. That's where I find out I'm short. Right then, sit tight and I'll get started. Alright, some damn fine work. Give you a pair of Hydatos knuckles plus 1. And next stage, we need 100 Hydatos crystals. Right. Oh, hello. It's done. Your weapons had a deep draft of the power of Hydatos. I give you the pair of what is it? A Z? A Dumuzes? Did I sound that? Get back here and round me up some more materials. Dumuzes. There we go. What have you got this time? Alright, here's the big question. Yep, looks like we're all set. You need 100 Hydatos crystals and 5 crystalline scales. Right then, sit down and I'll get started. These hands of birth forth and believe the masterpiece of your weapon. She's finally complete. I give you the pair of Dumuzes Eureka. Amazing, ain't she? Fit for a bleeding god, but then again, I'm a god amongst weaponsmiths. Mr. Drill, I'll let her ride for you with the latest shipment. It's from Mistress Rowena. Harpy? The hell's could this be about? Are me eyes playing tricks? It says here all me debts have been repaid in full. You finally did it! Congratulations! Long lost every man. It makes me head spin. Just imagine the possibilities. There's a piece of paper stuck behind. An invoice to what in the actual swab in hells? This is as much as the debt I just settled. But 12. What could you have possibly purchased? know, Grok. I'd spare time on me hands so as for a crate to be sent over. Might be as this island's remote, but 100-fold markup on the marker price? This is a goddamn joke. It appears we won't be leaving the island anytime soon. Well, back to the grind with us. That means you two, lass. I need to keep bringing me materials. Now we were talking about your weapon. As I said, she's complete. Ain't nothing more I can do for her. All that's left is for you to wield her like she's meant to be wielded. If you understand this, what are you waiting for? Get back at them, as hells! You now build your complete Eureka weapon with additional properties from the NEM workstation found in Pyros. So they say that it's done. However, there is technically one more stage. However, it requires something like to the tune of 4 completed Baldesion Arsenal runs, assuming you don't get anything else from it. Yeah. 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 So, technically there is another stage. Technically there's more story in here. Not technically, definitely. I probably won't be doing it. Unless I happen to do it on my main character, and I'll just record that or something. But, the point is, let's get out of here. Because, goodbye, Eureka. Until I decide I want to get another weapon with my main character. I do this. I dot this grind all over again. It's really the worst part. Just because the crystal rates are so garbage. So yeah, let's pop over here. So, there are the Zoomus Eureka. It is a higher eye level, however, no, actually let's try to put it on me. However, it doesn't have those bonus stats because I haven't done light in Pyros. I don't intend to do light in Pyros. So I guess I'm gonna have to just toss these into something else so my recommended equipment doesn't try and put them on, so I don't lose that critical hit. Skill speed. Mainly so I don't lose that critical hit. But yeah. Just go like a boing. And there they are, the completed monk weapons. Not exactly the best background to be seeing it on, is it? Yeah. So, my thing is, I do actually want to make sure I get the replica vendor. Let's just get back over to that. Because I do want to get the Zoomus Eureka replica so I can glamour it, because you cannot actually glamour the base weapon. Let's go ahead and actually put my Shuffle Saddlebag, which I guess I haven't actually used? Okay. Just extra storage you can't access when you're in an instance. So, yeah, that wraps up Eureka! Woo! Unless I happen to do BA. Woo! So, next time we will do start the last thing of Stormblood. Hildebrand Mandeville. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider liking, commenting, and or subscribing. If you really enjoyed, consider supporting the channel. All support really helps her keep being content like this and more. You can find links for that in the description, along with links to me on social media. So thank you again for watching, and until next time, this is rinimt, signing out. Bye! I'm gonna go do my glamour now. I guess I'll do it right now. Speed luck. Boom! 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 Empty tab. Boom! Save! Apply! And there we are! They're now glamored on. Bye!